So I actually spent the last 3 hours really just mulling, well, not the last 3 hours, but I spent the last 3 hours of the last, at some point, last 12 hours really thinking about whether or not I wanted to reuse characters for the game that I'm making. But I think I'm overall just going to decide meh, because it's not like it's not like I say reuse, but it's not like I use those characters anyway. So as we have a Thotu, All Perks, Toshiaki funness on Commoner. So both of these are on, and we just set Commoner, and we go on with our lives. Yeah, I'll speak about it a little bit here and there, because what else are we waiting for? Otherwise, within, like, think about 12 hours-ish from now, at some point, as we get into Thotu, Commoner, All Perks, Random Item, Toshiaki. Yeah, in about 12-ish hours, or whenever I decide to stream, I should be doing a custom content stream. Right in the middle of the week. Light, Strength, Charisma, second, Takushi-san. But we're just going to be losing like 5 reason and 3 stamina. That's all that's really going to happen here. Thank goodness we're not on Zektast. Even though we are Toshiaki and we can take some steps to avoid a tragedy. Actually, I feel a bit more comfortable as Toshiaki, but I feel comfortable as Toshiaki regardless. So, but we'll see how it actually pans out, because I haven't actually done... I don't remember more than a few Toshiaki runs, and I only feel the way I do, as we have Hell, Akamanto, Ramen, Flood, and Scissors. And I'll show you why in a moment, basically. So, the reason why I feel comfortable is because on Commoner specifically, I recall 2 good runs where I just took... Well, obviously he has the Bookstrap, so he kind of mitigates the pain from Commoner. Also, thankfully, the Army Knife is a bit faster here. But you get the point. We get to... I didn't check the ally, but you have Doom, you have the Bookstrap to make you faster, so effectively it's giving you effective stats on being faster in encounters, and for me it's really just bracing, but you get the point. Your actions are overall faster. And then he doesn't have to worry, I already said Doom, but then indirectly he has more HP because he has 50 more Doom throughout the run. Now, that being said, not being able to level up and increase my strength does mean I'm open to dying at Frostbite at any time, but that's just as bad as not rolling Blood Mania as Ayaka in the first 3 level ups and 2 rerolls, so, or 1 level up and 2 rerolls after. But the chances there are actually still better than Toshiaki, because at least with Ayaka you can live without Blood Mania and just take Eldritch Possession, kind of. But Toshiaki, in the meanwhile, will immediately die to Frostbite, set of flashbacks, and 1 other dexterity-lowering status effect. You get the point. But otherwise, the other big part of Toshiaki is that I don't really consider his low stats a weak point, because I roll kind of bad anyway, and as a proof of point, we can immediately prep attack, if I wanted to. I'm gonna try to go for something better, because I think we could, yeah, because we're on a Thotu, we get extra damage. So does the enemy, but we can kind of mitigate that, and I think, well, not really. I'd have to take a risk. Now, the question is, if I went out for this, so... Win, W-I-N, and 90% into 100%. And here, as we get into Akamanto here, I asked myself, do I need any... I'm just gonna check the History Club really quickly. Cauterize is 3 Doom for 2 Stamina, but... I feel like that's random too. I swear the Demon Mask is not always 2 Doom. My question is if I want it. I think I do, considering how many guaranteed attacks I can get. 4 max stamina isn't that bad. But let's take this stamina damage in the face first before we do anything else. Otherwise, I would like some way to increase my strength, really just a spell, because with the Rock Ring, I can't use the Bookstrap, so bleh. But we unfortunately actually get into an encounter here really quickly, so I would brace 70%. I could throw the I could throw the branch. I'm probably just gonna do that. That way I get out. We only need 1 damage, but if it stops me from taking 2 to 4 damage. And like I said, let's just take stamina damage here first before we equip the Demon Mask. That way it's active for the encounter, because I'm pretty sure even if you had, you know, fast hands to equip the Demon Mask, I feel pretty confident that you don't get it immediately. And here we can immediately handcuff, and off we go. So, at the very beginning of the video, if you use the timestamps to skip, I did talk about reusing characters for a game I'm making. Really, that doesn't really even matter. That was an accident. Well, We'll deal with it. So let's play let's play Toshiaki without the bookstrap. Oh boy, fun times ahead. So yeah, that was actually a mistake, especially considering we have Flood into Scissors. But for the moment, we'll take Flood and see what happens. I think I'm pretty slow now. It actually hurts me that much. So let's find out what we can and can't do. We definitely can't kick anymore. That is the big loss here. So I'm really dropping the ball these days, aren't I? We can take the stamina damage, but yeah, I didn't need to take the stamina damage. I could opt to take Faceless. That might actually still be better for me, but at this point, we commit. So the good news is we have a lot of Doom. The bad news is, yeah, we're going to take a lot more effective damage from encounters because I'm not fast anymore. But hey, since we have the Doom, let's take our things. Hey, we have E1 now. Oh yeah, that feels good. Kazumi, I kind of don't care about, but we'll take what's there. Again, I would normally not do that with other characters because I'd be worried about my Doom, but we still have. We're effectively at negative 18% Doom, so I don't really care as much. And then, yeah, we take more Doom there. The game can roll a 12 however much at once, but because I kind of know what I'm doing to some extent, I don't feel as bad. Now, I don't want to lose Reason. I'm going to go for a Damage Researcher here, and then we take Insomnia. So that's yeah, that's going to hurt a little bit, but yeah. So my next question is, we probably just kick from now on, right? I think we just do 3 kicks and hope for the best. Yeah, that's quite a lot of damage. So, yeah, we're just going to do kicks here. I normally wouldn't, but we get a lot of damage. We're on a throw 2, so 3 Reason. But after we get rid of this enemy here, we can start bracing. Because we have Iwa, I think. Pretty sure. So, it's not guaranteed, but it'll save me Reason in the long run. Because I have a 90% kick, and I take 1 Reason damage. Now, if I keep missing 90%, I'm going to be a little mad, but when we get to 10 HP, we'll be out. So, as long as we don't miss like twice, which really shouldn't happen. So yeah, away we go. Now, I should have traded stamina there. I made a mistake, especially since we have Insomnia, but hey. Road's closed, but we're Toshiaki, so I have to worry less about that. And yeah, if I survive this run, really, Commoner is not that big of a deal, but hey. Also, we have 4 Reason. Do I want to take anything other than Scissors? Probably not, right? As much as I shouldn't, I'm going to. So, in we go. So, the first order of business, well, take the diary and take the wooden bat. At some point, you want to do both. But, we're on timeline B, so we're going to give the Scissor Lady a round of applause. And then we're going to see what happens in the middle of this mystery, because for all we know, pain. But we're going to take Doom while we can, because we have, effectively, negative 9% Doom. That would have been nice, even though it would I'm capped off on stamina, but it would have been nice. Theoretically speaking, again, my stamina should be a lot lower, but it wasn't, because I forgot to trade stamina for Reason in the boss of Flood. That's something you would normally do, and here we can take Frostbite damage, funny enough, but instead we're going to trade stamina for Reason here. And move on with our lives. As long as we don't lose the bat, though, that's the other worry here, because what could happen is you go low on stamina and Reason, you fail timeline B a lot, and then you have a really bad time with the, like, you get all 3 of the latter 3 steps wrong, and then you don't get Bath, you only get Tireless, and you die. Which has happened before, kind of. I've seen people, well, I don't remember my experiences, but I have seen someone else lose Bath and die. I don't remember if it was after Scissors timeline B, but we have 4 claps. I'll be fine, but it's all 5 claps, so try to remember that if possible, but if not, well, it's not going to be too bad. Fetid Fumes is not great, but hopefully we can make a beeline to the lighthouse, and then we'll be perfectly fine. We're going to do Hell into Ramen. That's the more consistent pick, in my opinion. We're going to check the History Club quickly, and yeah, Book of Gore is pretty good. So we should be set to go. Can't really... No, yeah, I think we have one more use in the History Club, if I so choose, but disregarding that, we can instead also now just go for a pack of cigarettes. I think Takushisan's first, right? Basically, it wouldn't be a bad idea, so I'm gonna do it. Even if I was at like 50% Doom, I wouldn't be so adverse to picking up cigarettes here, but I'm gonna pick them up because they cost 6 funds. And we're gonna prepare again to stave off Autofun. So yeah, if we die here, it would be really strange. And this is without having the library notes with us. Although I may need to grab stamina at some point. I really should grab stamina. Yeah, I'm gonna grab stamina. Depends on the curses we get, but that's not so bad. That does nerf my army knife, and Fearful is also not great for reason, but I needed the stamina, so... Basically, we're losing a lot of reason. We're losing a lot of reason, by the way. I should really smoke my cigarettes now, though. I don't know why I'm waiting here. Well, we have the Doom, we have the power, and away I go. You can, again, you should be able to understand what I mean by Toshiaki makes me feel so uncomfortable. I think, in my opinion at least, I think a lot of it is that when you understand enough of base World of Horror, you can make you'll find, I feel, that a lot of decisions where you can trade off Doom and save yourself in stamina, in reason, preparing yourself for future mysteries or anything that you might run into. There's a whole host of things that I think you can do. That playing as Toshiaki, having an extra 50% Doom is it's pretty good. Including, to a small part, fighting Doom enemies, in which you don't have to worry about Doom as much. Effectively, our Doom is at 42-ish% right now, so again, don't have to worry as much about my Doom, funny enough, at the moment. Although, when we get into ramen, we pretty much smoke our pack of cigarettes. Now, that's assuming we can get into ramen with a good amount, but, you know, we'll see. Keep in mind, we do have Fearful, we do have Insomnia, so we actually are feeling a bit of a squeeze on HP here. But since we're about to enter ramen, no more roads closed shenanigans, and as long as we stay okay on reason, we should be fine, but it's gonna be a bit tight. We are losing 5 reason because I don't have the light source at the moment, so let me just take a quick check. Takushi-san is last if we have the 6th floor. We currently don't. Do I want to gamble on not running into Takushi-san? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm not worried about Doom here, so instead we'll smoke the cigarettes now and hope for the best. That should allow me essentially the same benefits, or near the same benefits as the bookstrap, and if not, I will be a little surprised. Alternatively, we could rest here in ramen, but I should be pretty okay. Basically, I should be resting at the lighthouse and not here. But if my reason or stamina drops low enough, gotta do what I gotta do. Am I really not gonna fight a single enemy in ramen? I'm actually not gonna fight a single thing in ramen. We'll keep the Kendo helmet and the wooden bat. I could sell one of the two. Or maybe they don't sell for anything because they're on random item stats. Either way, spending the Doom here because I can. We're gonna do lighthouse rest here. And off we go. Keeping in mind that our Doom is steadily rising, so we don't want it to grow too high. But, because I don't remember my second encounter. So, away we go. I think we can one-shot this guy. Can we one-shot this guy? 14 HP? No, we can't. We'd rather just run, funny enough. And off we go. No point doing the side quests. We're not going to get any extra experience out of it. And we're not on Knight Errant. Not that it matters, but meh. And we should be perfectly fine. Do we have the 6th floor? If we did, we might die because we have Fearful. But just to kind of prove the point, let's just do this and move on. And again, let's keep in mind, yeah, we're wearing the Crestfallen mask, but we can equip that at any time here, especially since we know we're not fighting Takushi-san. So at this point, I would have already switched out the bookstrap for the Crestfallen mask. And that's all I really have to say. I don't remember. I was going to say Akamanto. It was not, but hey. And we certainly did not have enough cigarettes for the thingamajiggy. But it's perfectly fine, because Atotu Toshiaki. And random item stats. Having a faster army knife did allow me to get some... I'm pretty sure it allowed me to get some extra attack boosts. But I don't know why I'm setting these, because we have to set common anyway. At character exclusive Mizuki. And this is going to be interesting because running ally attack is a bit trickier here if you want to really run it. I can see why. I would actually advise people not to run ally attack on a commoner run with Mizuki, but that depends on your RNG, and I'll explain in a moment. Especially since we have Ath, which is going to be a bit easier for us. So, we get shout. Oh, I completely forgot I had Book of Gore as Toshiaki as well. But, we'll move on. We immediately got 5 Doom because we got Kyoko instead of Ryoko. Which is extra damage, so maybe I don't want it at all. Again, Mizuki is really important in the case where you get Kyoko, Ryoko, Iwa, In some cases, Fujiko, because technically the same as Kyoko, but Fujiko just pushes you more towards kicks. Knowledge, strength, Tachi-san, dexterity, second. So no charisma check. I think I'm gonna, out of interest, I'm gonna run ally attack. That does mean I need to run history club as well. And I think that's pretty much it. Not really much deviation from my normal sublocations or actions, whatever you want to call them. I gotta figure out what I want to call them. But I call them sublocations for me, so hopefully when I say that you understand what I mean. But in the meanwhile, let's put on School Mizuki, and let's see. Vigil, I see painting. Nope, that's bulletin. Nope, that's nails. I'm going crazy. Sailors, ramen, and teacher. Are we getting any allies? So we want to do nails and teacher. We can take Vigil later. Yeah, Vigil later, unless I want to take it now for the meat cleaver, which is not the best. So, I think we're gonna take teacher. And here's what we're actually gonna do. So we're going to visit the history club and fish a few times for fame. And once we get it, we're gonna continue doing this because we want to try and run it. Now, this is actually quite a lot of Doom, I swear. But, so long as things work out, they work out. Essentially, getting these allies will secure me a lot of encounters. However, as you can see, my Doom is going to shoot up to like 42% plus, so... yeah, in return, I'm going to visit the monument at least once. Yeah, because it's going to ask for funds. I'm not going to prepare, so away we go. And at some point, we want to equip the Gruesome Totem, but that'll depend as well. And keeping in mind, we do have Vigil as well, so that's gonna hurt my Doom even more. But for the moment, not so much. We'll visit the monument again. And yeah, now we should be a bit more comfortable. You can still hover around 30-40% Doom. If you do a lot of cool stuff, then you can keep your thingies, your Doom, at a comfortable level. Because I'll admit that I've used my Doom for like vending machine cigarette plays, so in some of my runs I really shouldn't have died to Doom, even though I do ally attack Mizuki. This is mainly thinking of an off recording where I died by literally 1% Doom, because I decided to visit the vending machines while I was running ally attack with Mizuki. But I don't think we have Coma or the thing, so we're just gonna do that. I should also visit the thingy, but we have a maxed level mansion, so we'll set the police patrols to the mansion. Otherwise, we're gonna take like 6% more Doom, and that is not cool. But anyway, having all these allies is gonna be really, really fun for me. Now, the events hitting me in the face is a different story, but we can kind of deal with it for now. Can I sever kick here? Does that count for sever? No, I'm just not going to take the risk. We don't need the experience. Essentially, I would want to fight the ghost for the experience, and we can't get that, so why even do it, right? Otherwise, yeah, we should be able to nearly do this. Oh my goodness. If one of these students gave me a charisma, we would be able to do it, but I guess I'll just gamble as I put Sensor Bunny on screen on an 85%. Thank goodness. Here, though, we should be able to just perfectly brace and teacher attack. Yeah. And we'll always do 9 damage. Even though it says 7 damage, that's still a graphical bug. But, aside from taking 3 Doom in the face every turn, we avoid taking the I feel badly bleeding bug. And I know you can get it off the first attack as well, because I swear I complained about that as we take Sensor Bunny off the screen. Because I do that myself, that was not even an edit, so... away we go. We're gonna heal, though. Do I want to take Vigil, or do I want to do Nails? I think I'll do Vigil now, just to get it out of the way, just in case I need to visit another... well, we have Nails, so we actually need to set the... we need to set the thingamajiggy, the police patrols, to the hospital. Because I did that to myself, but... not taking Doom would sound pretty good. That's all I'm trying to say. Anywho. In the meanwhile, we'll also do this Vigil, so that we don't take more Doom. Because we don't get any experience anyway, so no point fighting the guests. Unless one of them drops something weird, or you actually need to beat enemies for some reason, or you're doing some kind of self-challenge, sure, but here we're not, so... this meat cleaver will come in handy, if for no other reason than to equip it to have extra inventory space so we can throw that and other things later, but pretty much, yeah, it's just gonna be a weapon I can carry. Alternatively, I think I can do this, right? Yeah, I can. Can I do this? No, because I'm not cool enough. So we're just gonna do this into this, question mark? Guaranteed... how much damage is this? 15 damage guaranteed? Yeah. And that's the fun part about using a weapon. Now, we rolled high there. I didn't need to, so thanks for nothing, but, you know, yeah. Get lost 4% Doom, that's par for the course. I should also assume time skip at some point. So effectively, we're at 54% Doom. Get lost in the light because there's no point otherwise. And you know what? Actually, we're going to gamble here. Nope. That was a fair perception roll, but I should have known better. Feed the plant. You know which step you're going to do, by the way, so me having low stamina here could actually be very bad. But so long as we get freebies out, I'm not going to really complain, am I? And we got both Doom decreasing events, which... Let me keep repeating because it stays relevant as we are waiting for another update from the developer of World of Horror. Yeah, you know, having both of them... And I think one of them is bugged, so for all intents and purposes, removing even just the bath that you can decrease Doom by 3 from the middle option from, you know what, no skin off my bones, but if you were to remove both that and the book burning one and make it like even just random, yeah, that the mansion becomes a lot worse, in my opinion. A lot worse, not just, oh, it's just a little bit more difficult, it's just those two Doom decreasing events that are not cool. It's like, well, you also have Cadaver Theater, and I feel like something else too, but do I want to roll on this? I'm going to roll on this. Well, there goes 2 reason. Shouldn't have rolled on that. Gosh dang it. At the same time, let me just add another asterisk disclaimer in that accounting for bad RNG is, funny enough, as funny as it sounds for me to say, it's a healthy part of just some games at least. And I'll include World of Horror, so accounting for the fact that, yeah, your RNG may be really, really bad, but that can be, I'm not going to say it is, it can be part of the fun for those to figure out, you know, whether or not you can still survive Harbinger runs, or a good majority, and by a good majority I mean 70 to 80% of your Harbinger runs, regardless of failing 80% of your events, where I feel like maybe you're failing like 70, 60%, but hey, then you get a dull nurse and you're like, everything's fine. But really though, yeah, RNG does play a big factor, but it's not the biggest factor, in my opinion. It is actually, I mean, if my channel here filled with videos of evidence and streams of evidence of me dying to human error or anything to note by, yeah. Also, that and my observations for other people's playstyles and just them playing World of Horror in general means that, yes, you should be able to survive Harbinger with like a near 70 to 80% survival rate or win rate minimum. That being said, though, it can be about 10 to 20% lower due to RNG. If your RNG is just really bad in real life and in video gaming, then sure. But even then, like, a majority of your runs, like 50% win rate in, say, even like a game where ranks and you have ranks in PvP, that's a pretty good win rate. It's good. It's not great, but it's not like... it's not terrible. I think most people in PvP games usually have like near a 40-45% win rate, and if we're talking about the average, you know, you're in average a tier, whether you have the silver, gold, plat, diamond system, silver, gold, emerald, diamond, plat diamond system. Is it plat diamond? I think it's plat diamond. Master. So any game that, you know, uses skill to gauge PvP or players in that way, I think a 40% win rate ish is kind of in that, you know, better, a little better, maybe even a little better than average. But again, I don't know every single game. So as we get out of this encounter soon, yeah. In World of Horror, a 50% win rate, not great, but it's still pretty good. It's not even mediocre. It actually is pretty good, in my opinion, anyway. We can handcuff this guy. Do we want to handcuff this guy? I don't. Do I need to handcuff this guy? I think we actually one-shot him. Let's find out. So, we get to do... Oops. We get to do this for actually more damage. So, we get 17 damage. And if we throw all of these, I think... We throw 3, and then we do these 2. Nope, we have to throw everything. Right? I'm just gonna do it. We could high roll, but we didn't. So, yeah, we did need to do... We did need to throw all 4 branch broken bottles in our inventory. On a tangent, almost random note, I do want to figure out a way to... Wait, do we have an empty bottle, by the way? We do. Hold on, let me fill that up really quickly. I want to figure out some easier ways to phrase or say certain strategies in World of Horror. Because most of my strategies are stream of consciousness made up. But they're like more than 4+ syllables, and I don't like that. So yeah. No point doing the side quest. I would normally do it here if I ran into Dahlimir's Burning Man, but because obviously we don't get any experience, yeah. We're actually going to do this because our Doom is a little bit high. But otherwise, we might be okay. Keeping in mind we do have Kyoko, and we can let Kyoko go. Fearful is not actually great, but I'll still take it over Branded, especially in this run. But in general, I think Branded is the bane of my existence, right underneath Flashbacks, because Flashbacks I think has actually killed me more than Branded. if we're looking at the empirical evidence, oh no, the Razor Blades, help! But anywho, yeah, just nothing really much else to say aside from what I'm doing on stream. In 12-ish hours, I will be still developing a game. Now, whether I'm gonna do something like I don't want to set up like an ultimatum, but it's gonna sound like an ultimatum. Basically, if I don't get anything done by next weekend, maybe this weekend, but that'd be really hopeful. Nothing by next weekend, I am in a bit of trouble. Period. That's all I really have to say for myself. I could Shadow Shroud here, not really any reason to. So no reason to risk the fake cost. Because some spells are not covered by the Stone Statues event, which makes me a little sad, but hey, them's the breaks. We have an empty bottle, by the way, so let's use that, because that 1 point... I think I still believe that 1 point of HP can make a difference in World of Horror. I will admit, though, that sometimes closer to 50% of the time it doesn't matter, but, especially in the way that, having more HP may make you take more risks here and there, as we actually do this side quest, because, a boss. We're on Timeline A, didn't know that, but, just to be safe. And I forgot what I was talking about. Gosh dang it. We had a nice amount of Doom, but we're going to move on. Roll a 12 on Perception, because that's pretty normal for me. And we might run into Out of Fun, so let's actually... No, we're actually going to trade off some reason there. It could be really bad for me, but we'll find out. So we're going to trade Reason, as we said, and move on with life. Visiting the mansion, I should have done that. That's the other one. Because you normally don't have, was it Holy Candles there? The Holy Candle there? Not that it's a bad item. I can see some people still trying to buy the Holy Candle on Harbinger difficulty, even if you're playing a character that doesn't start with a weapon, but you're definitely gambling on something else, aside from the fact that maybe you're trying to hope that the kicks work. But hey, we should be able to survive here. Did we have both second checks, by the way? Because I completely forgot both of them. Well, we're gonna find out, aren't we? We'll survive we should survive the lighthouse no matter what. I don't think we're taking 9 stamina damage. We can fill up this empty bottle to be sure, but I'm pretty sure we're not. In fact, I want the empty bottle anyway, and we might want to take the handcuffs as well. Because otherwise, like, the handcuffs are still a better efficiency value, I'm pretty sure, than, just objectively, than a broken bottle / branch. Straight up. So, do we have the second encounter check? Yes. I almost said no, but then I saw the second 6th floor. So, we need to get at least the mystery check right, and I think we one-shot Takushi-san. So, hey, finally we can get 2 runs done on Commoner, ? Will this be the first episode? Well, either way, you can definitely still run ally attack. It does cost a lot of Doom, though. So, basically, you do need to know what you're doing. But if you like to run ally attack, at least it's not near impossible. As we get... yeah, I think we can even just handcuffs now. Yeah, that's the power of friendship, literally. We could also let go of Kyoko. But we don't need to, I don't think. So, yeah. Unless I completely forget. I think I took Vigil second, funny enough. Yeah, I did, because I was like, oh, mansion, patrols, and then hospital. That's literally how... I didn't actually remember it off the top of my head. I just decided I'm just going to say the school. It was, and away we go. Hey! We actually did 2 runs, so I don't have to cut myself off and do a fail end of the video. But without further ado, yeah, if you want to support me, you know what to do. Otherwise, if you want to monetarily support me, sure, memberships are open. But more directly or immediately, you can help me by, supporting whatever game I make, either or, because I really have 2 I'm working on at the moment. And one of them is going to be a kind of a, it's going to be a game I play along with this channel, and you, if you decide to play it yourself. Otherwise, I'll just play it on this channel. I swear I'm not trying to self-promote. And then the other one is just going to be a more commercial project, but I don't know if I'm going to actually do anything. But without further ado, I won't take up more of your time. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to use the comment section. I'm available on Discord. I really should probably just make a Twitter account again. And otherwise, I have a business email, which is related to the channel. But please only use that for business purposes. But yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye!